Today, I'm trying to fix Manchester United and take them back to the very top by winning the Champions League.
We've teamed up as 3 managers to take on the impossible challenge.
Every season, we'll be working together to make the best signings and rebuild this broken club.
At the start of every season, each of us is given a secret objective.
And if we fail to complete it, we'll suffer a brutal forfeit, a transfer window ban, or even releasing our best player.
And we survived the chaos and actually saved Manchester United. Alright boys, it's the brand new Man United side with Carrick's brand new tactics already better than Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, I'm liking this side. I'm liking the new formation. And there's some really good players in here, but we definitely need to make improvements to win that Champions League.
Obviously, United do have some incredible players like Bruno Fernandes, who is the captain and probably the best number 10 in the Premier League right now. But then we also have some areas that definitely need improvement. I'm looking at the left back position right now, and we could definitely do better than Luke Shaw.
So of course the question is should we keep the 4-2-3-1 narrow? I actually do like this formation and wouldn't mind using it.
I do like the 4-2-3-1, but honestly the 4-1-2-1-2 maybe suits our side best as we don't have wingers anymore.
I know the United DNA usually has wingers, but when looking at this team right now, I have to agree with Henry and say that this formation probably fits the team best.
So with the brand new formation, this is probably our best starting 11, and it's very clear where our weaknesses lie. We definitely need a new left-sided center mid who's going to be utilized more of a deep line playmaker.
And I'd say the most important position is that center defensive midfield. Casemiro is okay, but his legs are going, and we definitely need someone for the future.
And even though I really do like Lisandro Martinez, I'm thinking that we could maybe sign a world-class left-sided centre-back, team up with the lid to make this United defense so much stronger.
And because we are Man United, thankfully we have 121 million. We could also do swap deals and even sell some players. But of course, boys, it's time to get our secret objectives and secret forfeits. But guys, make sure to stick around because if we do reach that UCL final, we will all be playing it together and it's going to be fun. And of course, when it comes to the secret objective, each of us will get one. And mine is going to be sign a player with 4-star skill moves. That might be possible with the center mid position we're going for. However, if I fail to convince the boys to sign a player with 4-star skill moves, the team will get a forfeit, and that forfeit is that one of our starting 11 players will be out for the entire season. I need to convince them to sign a 4-star skiller.
Okay guys, I've generated my objective and forfeit, and this is crazy. Find a player to replace Bruno, but we're not actually looking for a number 10, but we are a center mid. So I'm thinking if we sign a center mid who can also play cap, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make sure we get this done because the forfeit is injure 1-star player, removing them from the 11 for months. I'm guessing the whole season, and that's not what we want for this season.
And now my secret objective for the first season is to try convince the guys to sign a big game player, which is anyone with 85 plus composure. And if I'm not able to get my signing through, then we are going to have a forfeit of forcing a formation change for the full season. I feel like we all like the formation we chose right now, so changing it might not be the best for this team.
But before we get into the signings, we have all decided to sell 4 of these players to attempt to make more money because we want to try and get those 3 signings because United aren't even in Europe this season.
We were able to sell all 4 players, even getting 24 million for Yagade and 20 million for Zetsky.
And the first position we decided to work on is the centre mid position, and the player that I suggest to sign is Yuri Tielemans from Aston Villa. I mean, this is a Premier League proven player already, and if anything, United do not need to test with any other player. They need someone who's already good in the Premier League, so that is why I am going for him. And his price is well within our budget range, so I think this is a no-brainer signing.
I can't lie, Jacqueline, that's a brilliant suggestion. I cannot believe he is going for that cheap, and he's basically borderline a world-class player. I went for somebody for the future, and that is Gabri Vega. You have to remember, we're not even in Europe this year. This guy's 23 years old, he's Spanish, we know how good Spanish midfielders are, and he has loads of potential and is very well-rounded. I think he'd be perfect for that deep line playmaking role. And he's very cheap as well, only going for 39 to around 49 million.
You know what? Both of those suggestions are pretty solid, but my suggestion is Nico Paz. But this Argentine is a wonder kid there at Como. Solid stats, but would be the most expensive option here, costing around 60 million. But look, I could see this guy at United for 8 years winning the league.
I'm not gonna lie, these are all good suggestions, but I still think my suggestion is the best. Yuri Tielemans is by far the best player out of the 3, and he's only 28 years old, which means he has a lot of years to give to United.
You know what? Tielemans is actually really tempting, but I'm gonna keep my vote on Nico Paz, my suggestion.
And it looks like I'm going to be the deciding vote here. I think I've been convinced by both parties, and I'm not even gonna go for Gabri Vega. As much as I like Nico Paz, I think his best position is in that number 10 position. And I think Jacqueline made the best point there. Very cheap. He's borderline world-class, prem proven. I'm gonna go for Tielemans.
A very good player, and already the United midfield is looking so much stronger, and not to mention he was only 35 million, so we have so much more to spend this window.
And Yuri Tielemans is now in the starting 11, and just take a look at this team, man. And now we're just missing an amazing CDM to hold it down.
So the next position is that vital center defensive midfielder, and my shout is Tchouaméni from Real Madrid. 25, already 84, with some decent potential he hasn't reached, and a very reasonable price, around 70 million. That would leave money for a third signing, and we have a quality CDM.
And yet again, another great suggestion, but I think mine's better, and that is Manuel Locatelli. Yes, he's 2 years older, maybe doesn't have as much potential, but he has years of experience in the Serie A, and still at 27 has space to grow. And he is a little bit cheaper, from 44 to 56 million. Like Henry mentioned, will leave us money for a third signing, and that could be a world-class center back.
And the next player that I suggest we sign is Frankie de Jong from Barcelona. We all know that he almost joined United multiple times, but this time we could make it possible. Out of the 3 suggestions, he is the highest rated, and I think his price is also very reasonable as well.
And I think once again, we have all found amazing options that all fit Manchester United. But this time around, I'm gonna stick with my suggestion of Manuel Locatelli, a very underrated player and is the cheapest one. I really want to prioritize that world-class left-sided center back.
Man, this is a hard decision. I'm not too sure where I want to put my vote. 3 great options. It's telling Tchouaméni more defensive though. And honestly, my mind is thinking about price here. I'm going to put my vote on Edgar's Locatelli. As he said, I think you'll look down the midfield.
So we are going to go for Locatelli in the CDM position.
So it seems like my signing has been picked, and I think it is a great one. For only 47 million, we're bringing in Manuel Locatelli, and that leaves us a lot of money left to go ahead and sign that left-sided center back. And yes, we still have 82 million to go ahead and try to sign a player for that center back position. And for the center back position, I have gone ahead and chosen Alessandro Bastoni. He's 26 years old. He's left-footed. I know he's typically better in a 3-in-the-back formation, but I think he could do the job better than Lisandro could. However, his price is looking pretty hefty. We would have to go ahead and do a swap deal of somebody and hope that they accept.
You know what, Edgar? Bastoni is not a bad option, but I am going to be suggesting Nico Schlotterbeck for the left centre mid position. I mean, he is only 25 and already at an 86 overall, wanted by some of the biggest clubs in the world, and I do think we have just enough money to try pull this transfer through, so I think this is a very solid option for centre back.
Okay, 2 great options there, especially Schlotterbeck. I think he would slot in right at the back. But my suggestion is Murillo from Nottingham Forest. He's Premier League proven, he's left-footed, and we want that left-sided centre back. He's 23, and we can definitely afford him, around 60 million. But guys, we're not even in the Champions League yet. It'll take a season to even get in it, and a couple of seasons to win it. With this guy's 86 potential, he will be the player for the final.
I can't lie, Henry, that is a very good shout. I think Alessandro Bastoni, as good as he is not going to be realistic or affordable, but I actually want to cast my vote to Nico Schlotterbeck.
Okay, so now we have only 2 options left, Murillo and Schlotterbeck. Honestly, why go for a player who has 86 potential when you could buy one who's already an 86 overall and could grow even more? I mean, he's only 25, so I'm going to stick with my suggestion.
Okay, so look like Nico Schlotterbeck it is, and I'm pleased with that because that's where my vote was going.
And there we go, for 71 million, we've been able to get our new centre back in Nico Schlotterbeck. This is definitely the world-class signing that United needed.
And Schlotterbeck now joins the side, and boys, I think we did an amazing job. Look at all the brand new signings. This team is looking so much better.
Yeah, so many improvements. That formation's going to cook. This team is going to cook, and hopefully we finish in the top 4.
But something we still have to do is to reveal our secret objectives, and I really do hope we don't have any forfeits this season. And starting with my secret objective, which was to sign a big game player, and that meant that I needed to sign a player with 85 plus composure, which is why I was pushing so hard to get Yuri Tillemans, and we did just that because he has 88 composure, and that means this season we do not have to do my forfeit, which was to force a formation change for the full season.
You know what, Jack, and that is great to hear. I would not want to do that forfeit. We signed players for this specific formation, but my objective was very interesting. I had to sign a 4-star skiller, so that's why I sent the shout of Gabri Vega, but luckily, Yuri Tillemans does have 4-star skill moves, which means we don't have to do my forfeit, which was to injure a starting 11 player for the entire season. We dodged another bullet. Henry, please tell me we don't have to do a forfeit of yours.
Well, congratulations to you both. We don't have to do a forfeit. You did well. My objective was to sign a long-term Bruno replacement. And that's why I was pushing hard for Nico Paz. And Edgar's option as well would have filled it, but you both went for Tillemans. And for the forfeit is to injure a star player in the 11. The entire season, that's not good, guys.
I cannot believe we'll be losing one of these players to injuries for the entire season. That might not allow us to get top 4, man. All right, boys, the wheel is being spun. I hope we don't lose somebody big like Bruno, and it's going to be De Ligt.
Not gonna lie, that's a bad one.
Just when I thought the defense was going to start looking solid, we are losing our second defender.
Low-key, guys, I'm so glad we didn't go for Murillo. That has turned out to be even more clutch than we thought.
All right, but the question is, who should replace Matthäus de Ligt in starting 11? Should it be youngster Lenny Euro? Or should we go someone more proven, like Lisandro Martinez?
Honestly, I'm leaning more towards Lenny Euro because he has good potential, and if he's able to have a good season with Schlotterbeck, then next season his overall will grow by a lot.
Yeah, I agree. With a good development plan, Euro will be higher rated than Martinez commended this season. So my vote goes for Euro.
So it seems like Lenny Euro is going to be our brand new starting center back on the right-hand side. I just really hope that we can still achieve top 4 with this brilliant team. And now at the end of the season, this is what the squad is looking like. It seems like everybody grew. However, we have a huge problem. Lammens is recovering from an injury. How long was he out for, man?
An injury could have been bad. Edgar, what is our second best goalkeeper?
Our current second best goalkeeper is Bayındır, man. If he was playing majority of those games, probably not going to finish in the top 4.
But in good news though, it looks like my signing is now the highest rated player in United, meaning that possibly our defensive record could be good, but losing players like De Ligt and Lammens could be a huge problem in us finishing in top 4.
And yes, things get even worse as our top goal scorer was Matheus Cunha with 15 goals and our second top goal scorer with 12. Yes, that is pretty decent for them, but you'd expect way more if we had a great season.
Men's had 23 appearances, but only 4 clean sheets out of 23. That is not showing very good defensively. Tielemans got the most assists with 10, but honestly, looking at all the stats, I'm thinking we changed the formation going into next season.
You know, maybe you're right, or maybe we actually need like a replacement for Bruno Fernandes because he is getting up there in age, and if we want to score more goals, we need more assists from our cam.
You know what, Jacqueline? That's a spicy take, but does the dynasty start after Fernandes leaves?
No, we finished 5th place, just missing out on top 4 by 7 points. That is crazy. Liverpool have totally blown the league away. My hope is that they've possibly won the Champions League, which gives 5th place Champions League slot.
I can't lie, it's very clear what the problem is. Obviously, Lammens was injured. I don't think we scored enough goals. If we don't count Tottenham because they suck, the top 3 scored above 80 goals. I think we need to be scoring way more.
But we didn't win the Community Shield, but we didn't win the FA Cup, and somehow Arsenal have won a trophy. I cannot believe my eyes. They actually won 2 trophies winning the Carabao Cup as well. This is unbelievable.
Of course, we weren't in the Champions League. We hope an English team did win it, but taking a look at the league phase, all English clubs seem to have done really well, finishing in the top 8. And yes, let's go! Liverpool beat PSG 3-2. PSG nearly going 2 in a row. But now that means 5th place is a UCL spot, right?
Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out in the brand new season. I'm really hoping that we snuck into the Champions League there. Okay, so now in season number 2, it seems like we have a lot of work to do with this side, and we did mention a formation change.
And my shout is the 4-2-3-1. We have Mbeumo and Cunha out wide. Now with just 1 striker, instead of trusting Shesko, I say we go out there and sign a world-class number 9. Someone who can guarantee that we are in the Champions League next season.
And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, that is not a bad shout by Henry. We need to make changes, and this formation will help us play counter-attacking football and hopefully be better defensively.
So this is what the best team would look like in this formation. So this is what the best side would look in this brand new formation. I'm not a huge fan of this formation. I would prefer with actual wingers, but I think it's gonna work out anyways. And I do agree with Henry. We definitely need a superstar striker to help us get into the Champions League or go far, depending on our situation. But I also think we need a brand new center back. We trusted Euro. He did pretty good. That could have been Matthias de Ligt. I got 84, 85 overall, but because of his injury, I think we need somebody better than Euro right now.
Then I suggest we probably should look at some options in the left back or right back positions because they look like by far our weakest in the team.
But of course, before that, we need to go ahead and find out our secret objective. All right, boys, this time around, my secret objective is to sign a player with 85 plus pace. That should be very doable as we're signing an attacker. So as long as we don't sign someone like Lewandowski, we should be fine. And I want to convince them because our forfeit is to loan out our best attacker next season. And right now, that currently is Bruno Fernandes. But if we sign somebody, for example, like Erling Haaland, he just goes straight out on loan. I really need to push hard for my suggestion.
And now my secret objective for season number 2 is to sign a non-European player. I feel like this is definitely possible, so I need to do my research before I suggest anyone. Because if I don't get it done, then we're going to have to start one low-rated bench player for every game this season, which will seriously harm our chances of winning the Champions League, which will seriously harm United's chances of winning any trophies this season.
Hey guys, my objective and forfeit has been generated for this new season. My objective is to sign a player 85 plus shooting. That's that striker. That's easy. And the forfeit is swap 2 starter positions for the full season. Man, that could be like Bruno playing as a CDM, Locatelli playing as a cam. We don't want that.
And to help us with our signings, we have been given 211 million. Low-key, we don't deserve it.
Okay, kicking things off with striker. My suggestion is Julian Alvarez, 88 rated, 26-year-old. Yeah, he's only 5'7", but I reckon this guy would bang the goals in, even in the Premier League. But it's expensive though, setting us back around 130 million. But honestly, for the quality of player he is, I think that's worth it.
You know what, Henry, that isn't a bad suggestion. However, I don't think I want a striker that's the same height as you. So for my suggestion, it is Marcus Thuram, who's 6'4", more around my range, 85 overall, 28 years old in his absolute prime, and he is extremely cheap for 36 million to 45. His contract might be expiring.
And while those are good suggestions, I think mine is the best because we are talking about Victor Osimhen. This guy is an absolute beast. He is way too good to be playing for Galatasaray, I have to say. I believe he'll do really well in the Premier League, and if we're able to get him for around 80 to 90 million, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote first, and Declan, that's a really, really good suggestion. But before I put my vote in, I am not 5'7". Edgar is actually smaller than that. This guy's a pro at rage baiting. I'm definitely not voting for his backup striker option. Oh my goodness. I'm putting my vote in for Osimhen. 80-90 million for a player that good. Yeah, bring the next Drogba to the Premier League, man.
All right, Henry, we're a team. I'm gonna need you to stop baby raging because you're basically the same height as a baby. I'm also gonna go for Victor Osimhen. He has a great price, 88 overall. He's the perfect Man United striker.
Okay, so it looks like we are going for my suggestion, which is Victor Osimhen. He is just a little bit shorter than me, and he's Nigerian as well, so I think he is going to absolutely cook at United. So here we go for 75 million and Mason Mount. They've been able to get Victor Osimhen to Manchester United, the world-class striker they've been looking for, and he is the world-class striker that they've been looking for.
And Victor Osimhen is now in the starting 11, and I cannot wait for these three behind him to feed him a bunch of goals. But of course, up next, we need a brand new center back to pair next to Schlotterbeck. And we do have 132 million. So we have a lot of money to work with.
And back up next, and my suggestion is a banger. Upamecano for Bayern Munich. This guy's 87 overall, and he's not slow. 79 pace, pretty good for a centre-back. And costing 100 million is expensive, but hey, we have the money, and that defense needs improving.
But I'm also going to be suggesting a really quick centre-back in Bremer. He's got 82 pace and is 86 overall, and although he is 29 years old, I still think he's a very good signing, and we could get him for a really good price and have enough money to possibly sign some fullbacks.
And I can't lie, I'm on Jacqueline's side here. I want to be able to sign a better fullback than either Dorgu or Mazraoui. However, my suggestion is a little bit different. It is Mark Guehi, a bit controversial, but if we can go ahead and take some players from our rivals, it will give us a higher chance of winning the Champions League and even finishing higher in the Prem table. And he is easily England's best center back already at an 84 overall and would be very cheap as well, at least cheaper than Upamecano, 64 million to 80 million. But to be honest, I think I'm gonna cast my vote onto Bremer. He is the cheapest of the bunch, and he is the second highest rated player and would fit perfect right next to Schlotterbeck.
Yeah, three great suggestions there, and I totally agree with what Edgar just said. I'm gonna put my vote on Bremer. I want to sign their left back.
And I didn't even have to vote this time because they have decided to go for my suggestion, which is Bremer, and we were even able to get him for a very good deal, only 20 million plus Mateus de Ligt. So now we have so much money left to sign a fullback.
And so much money is exactly right because we have 106 million. I don't think there's a single fullback that goes for that price. So Bremer has now joined the starting 11, but boys, should we go for a brand new left back or should we go for a right back?
I mean, looking at this team, the left back is definitely the weakest position right now, so that's where I'm leaning towards.
Same, yeah. Dorgu's only grown by 1 overall in the past year. My vote on left back.
And the first left back we have on our shortlist is my suggestion of Alejandro Balde, 85 overall, 22 years old, currently playing at Juventus. He seems to be the most expensive with 101 to 127. We can get the best young left back in world football.
Now, if we're talking about quality, then we already know how good Cucurella is. He's 86 overall, has a lot of experience, and is a really good defender, and will also not be costing us a lot of money, so I think we should go for this guy.
Two great suggestions, but my suggestion is the best here. Alphonso Davies, still at Bayern, and he would literally only cost 80 million, cheaper than Balde. Therefore, I'm going to kick it off with the votes. I'm going for my suggestion.
Okay, so it's my turn to vote, and honestly, looking at these three players, and although he is expensive, we could still make this work, so I'm going to put my vote for him.
And I'm actually going to go for Alphonso Davies.
Okay, this is definitely one of the final pieces to the puzzle of this United rebuild. Alphonso Davies signed to Manchester United. Oh boy, am I excited about this. And it was only 75 million.
And our final signing in Alphonso Davies has joined the starting 11. However, we are decided to turn Dorgu into a right back. Give him one last chance because he has the highest potential of Mazraoui and Diego Dalla. And if he does well, we won't need to sign another right back if we don't win the Champions League this year. But of course, it's time to reveal our objectives. And my objective was very simple, and that was to sign any player with over 85 pace. And come on, man, take your pick. Osimhen has 92 pace, and Alphonso Davies has 94. And luckily, we're avoiding, which I think is a really bad forfeit, loaning out our best attacker for 1 full season, which would have been Osimhen, man.
Oh my god, that forfeit would have been horrible. My objective, or my whiteboard pen is kind of running out, but sign a player with 85 plus shooting. And yeah, we did that with Osimhen. That was easy. The forfeit, though, would have been swap 2 players' positions in the 11 for the full season. That would have been bad. That could be Bruno as a CDM. I'm glad we completed that one.
But boys, before Jacqueline mentions what his objective was, we completely forgot. Because we didn't win the Champions League, we have to release one of our players from the starting 11. And because we forgot, I think our new signings should be included. That should be the punishment for us. I can't believe we forgot such an important rule.
Okay, that was completely Edgar's fault. But before we spin the wheel though, my secret objective was to sign a non-European player. And luckily this season, none of our signings were actually European. So literally Bremer, Osimhen or Davis could have counted. And if we didn't complete my objective, then we would have had to start a low-rated bench player for every match this season, which would do so much damage to us trying to win the Champions League this year.
Yeah, that would have been a bad forfeit. Can you imagine having to start Harrison in goal? We would have never finished this challenge. But luckily this season we were all in sync, no forfeits. But we completely forgot about this. I hope it doesn't make us regret it. And it's going to be Brian Mbeumo.
Oh, that is not good.
Oh my days. That's not good, man. That's not good.
That's one of the worst ones it could have landed on. I guess Amad Diallo's going to have to really step up this year.
And yes, boys, our 6th or 7th highest rated player is going to be released for 6 million. He's gone from the club. And I think we can all agree that Amad Diallo is the man to replace him. We really don't have any other options in that right mid position.
Okay, so we are now at the end of season number 2, and would you look at that, Victor Osimhen is of course the top scorer. The signing absolutely cooked this season, and honestly, even more impressively, just look at the numbers by Bruno Fernandes. I was completely wrong last season wanting to sell him for someone else because 21 assists is absolutely ridiculous, and I think the formation changed more than worked.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm glad Bruno proved both of us wrong, and I'm very happy that Henry suggested a new formation because even players like Tielemans got involved very massively, and Mateus Cunha as well, even Locatelli.
Yeah, formation change obviously worked, but even without Mbeumo, goals going in everywhere. His replacement though, Amad Diallo, a little bit disappointing. Only 8 GA in 52 appearances. Position will certainly be in question going into season 3.
However, it looks like we got a little bit of injuries, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Most of our team grew very, very well, and I'm very impressed with Dorgu. Went up a +1 in season 1. He went on the opposite end and went up a +5 here at right back. We might end up signing another right back, but I'm happy that he redeemed himself.
Oh, the bench definitely needs some improvements. Jadon Sancho, I don't know why he was allowed to step foot into this club again. He definitely needs to be sold. Casemiro, 76 overall, 35. I think it's time for him to be moved on as well.
And the more I look at this team, the more I see the potential that we could win the Champions League next season.
As if we did not win it this season because there's a chance that we were in the competition.
Oh my goodness.
We have actually won the Premier League title.
Oh, that is actually insane. I did not expect it to happen that quick. What the hell?
On a goal difference of 2? That is crazy.
Liverpool must be fuming, man. And man, I can't believe we let a trash side like Chelsea beat us to the FA Cup final.
Are you kidding me? We've let rivals in Leeds United beat us to the Carabao Cup. That is horrendous. And all their vile fans are celebrating that one.
But hold on a minute, I am not seeing Manchester United in the Champions League. I mean, the top 8 at least. United are nowhere to be seen. That is actually insane. I thought Liverpool won the Champions League last season.
And it turns out we were in the Europa League where we lost to Porto. First, we get robbed of a Champions League spot. We lose to Leeds and Chelsea, and now losing to a Portuguese team? Come on, man. I cannot believe we lost all 3 finals. But hey, at least we're in the Champions League next season. Do you guys think we have what it takes to win it next year in our first try?
With the right signings, I think we do.
Okay, so we're now in season number 3, and I think we're gonna keep the same formation. We actually won the Premier League last year with this. I think we should go ahead and sign a new goalkeeper to compete or back up Lamens, because we cannot have a repeat of what happened in the season 1 where he got injured.
Yeah, I agree with Edgar. A goalkeeper is necessary, and also a right back and a right winger.
But before Edgar forgets again, because we didn't win the Champions League again last season, we are going to have to spin the wheel and lose one of our starting 11 players.
So the wheel is being spun. I hope we don't get somebody as big as Mbeumo last year, and it's going to be Amad Diallo.
You know what? Honestly, I am not mad with that, bro. We were going to sign a better right winger anyway.
Could have been a lot worse, but if I was him, I would be a madman.
That's right, Henry. I kind of feel bad that I'm happy, but he was the best option to get rid of. So Amad Diallo, thank you for your services, but you are now gone from the club. And we do have 225 million to spend on our signing. But of course, it's time to find out our objectives and our forfeits.
Okay, my objective for season 3 and forfeit has been generated. My objective is to sign a player with a 4-star weak foot. Should be pretty easy. However, if we don't achieve this somehow, we have to release our lowest rated new signing. You can imagine we're only going to make banger signings, so that could be someone who's 87, 88 overall.
And now my secret objective is to sign a player that is under 5'9". And honestly, I think this is one of the more achievable objectives, so I need to get it done, or else we are going to have to take away 50% of the transfer budget for next season.
And alright boys, low-key, I have gotten the perfect secret objective. There's no way I failed this. I have to go ahead and sign a left-footed player for a right-sided position. And luckily, we're signing a right back and a right mid. So I have 2 chances. I cannot screw this up. But if I do, it is a bad forfeit once again. We would have to sell 1 player from the starting 11. And we've already lost 2 in the past 2 seasons.
So kicking things off with the right mid, right wing position, which out is Rodrigo from Real Madrid. 26, 87 overall. Fantastic stats. But check this out, guys. He would cost around 70 million. And last season, our players already proved goals and assists can come from other places.
And my suggestion is now another Real Madrid player, but this time in Arda Güler. Wait, 22 years old, 85 rated, will fit in perfectly in the right mid position. But the only problem with him is that he is a bit too expensive. I'm talking about 110 mil maybe. And that is if we're lucky.
I think Rodrigo and Güler are very incredible shouts. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't mind not signing the goalkeeper and hope that Lamens doesn't get injured. And why not go for the second best right mid in the world in Mikel Elise at a 90 overall, 20 years old. Not only does he have incredible stats, he also fits the Man United brand. Players who are confident about themselves and show it on the pitch. He would be very expensive like Arda Güler, around 111 million to 138. But I think it's worth the price. And I think I can trust Lamens to not get injured. So actually for my vote, I'm going to go for my very own player in Mikel Elise.
Elise was nearly going to be my suggestion. What a player. He'd be so good. But as I said, the other players who are amazing in this squad have already shown they can provide goals and assists. So therefore I'm locking in my vote on Rodrigo because I think he's the best option for value.
So I guess the final vote is down to me. And honestly, Arda Güler out of the 3 is probably not the best option. So he is not going to be there. So it's now between Elise and Rodrigo. But guys, you got to remember that the goal is to win the Champions League. And what better player than the 2-time Champions League winner, Rodrigo? He has more than enough experience in the competition. So yeah, my vote is going to go with him. And we will have enough money to sign a right back and potentially a goalkeeper.
So Rodrigo it is, Manchester United's new number 7. This guy is going to be sheer class. Basically a 2-footed player. And for 70 million, hey, who's complaining?
I am. I wanted Elise in the side, but fair enough. So now Rodrigo joins the starting 11. I don't mind it too much. I just think Elise at this point in time is a better player. But up next, I think we need to prioritize that right back. And then we have the funds left. We go for a goalkeeper. My suggestion is Joaquin Says. And before you bash me that that's a stinky signing, hear me out. I know before I mentioned we need a world-class right back because Dorgu is good, but not good enough yet. But what if we got somebody with high potential, which Joaquin Says has 87, we spent very little money, and we can splash all of our cash on a superstar goalkeeper, maybe like the likes of Courtois or Donnarumma, and really secure the Champions League this season.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was questioning Edgar's decision, but either way, I'm still going to be going for someone who I think is miles better, and I'm talking about Hakimi. Probably the best right back in the world, 28 years old, 90 overall, and because I think the goalkeeping position wouldn't cost us that much money, we'll be able to get Hakimi and probably a good world-class goalkeeper.
Ooh, 2 decent shouts there. I can see that Edgar's trying to sell us something special, but hey, Reece James, he is experienced, he's English, 85 overall, and he'd be setting us back 50 million. I think that's a no-brainer. We would have enough money, ample enough for a goalkeeper.
I think overall, all of these signings would be perfect for our situation here. And out of the 2 PSG right backs, I'm going to stick to mine. I think we should spend all of our money on a goalkeeper that would secure us a Champions League final, which we'll play, and I know we'll win. Come on, guys. Come on. It's Joaquin Says, man. He's a superstar.
Edgar says that, but I'm not convinced. So my vote goes on Reece James.
Oh, so we're completely forgetting about Hakimi now. I mean, I guess so. If I had to choose between the 2, I'm sorry, I don't care what Edgar says. we are going to go with Reece James.
Yo, when Joaquin says he's a world-class right back playing for PSG, you guys will remember this video.
So Reece James it is, another one of my suggestions that we've actually got over the line. It's looking good in the United shirt. And he's actually under 50 million, 48 million.
So Reece James is our brand new right back, which means we're gonna have around 80 million to sign a goalkeeper, probably better than Lamens.
So now for the goalkeeper position, I have decided to go for Thibaut Courtois. I am following the theme of the Rodrigo signing to go for a player with experience in the Champions League, winning the competition twice as well. And I mean, he is one of the best players in the world, 89 overall, and will cost us only about 30 million. So I think this is the best option for the team.
To be fair, I like that shout. He has the prime goalkeeper height in 6'7". However, as much as I like Courtois, I think the most consistent goalkeeper in like the past couple years has been Jan Oblak. I know he's never won a Champions League, but we know he deserves better. And for around 30 million, the same price as Courtois. Not only can we get an amazing goalkeeper, but give this man what he deserves.
Yeah, that's two great suggestions right there. But my suggestion is Kobel at Borussia Dortmund. He's 29, 88 overall, fantastic keeper. And we could get this guy for around 80 million. That is just enough money, according to our budget. However, I do prioritize experience, so therefore Courtois seems the best option, and that's where I'm going to put my vote, Jacqueline.
Okay, that is someone that's clearly thinking right, and I'm going to stick with my opinion and vote for Thibaut Courtois.
It seems like I was voted out. To be honest, I was happy with either Oblak and Courtois for reasons I will review in just a second. So screw it, let's go for Courtois.
And there we have it, Thibaut Courtois in a Manchester United jersey, bringing all the experience that we are going to need to win this Champions League, and he only cost us 30 million, so I think it was worth every penny.
Okay, so our final signing in Courtois has joined the starting 11, and this squad looks absolutely incredible. However, I'm not ready to give up. With how we did last season, Osimhen scoring above 30 goals, and basically Bruno doing the same, I don't think we need another goal scorer right mid. So boys, I want to offer you a proposition. I know we just signed Rodrigo, but I feel like we need one of the best creators in world football to help us score as many goals as possible. What if we swapped Rodrigo for Ryan Cherky plus a couple million? Trust me, I think it will help us win the Champions League this season.
Hold up. You want us to swap our new signing Rodrigo for Cherky?
Yes, I know it is a hot take, but Rodrigo's best attribute is his goal scoring. And we already have Victor Osimhen and Bruno to do that. Ryan Cherky is one of the most talented players in world football. He can create chances out of nothing. I think he'll do better for us than Rodrigo.
Let's see, this guy, I can't bear it. I'm looking at him right now wearing a Man City shirt, so I'm saying a no.
Okay, this is actually one of the toughest decisions I'll have to make today. Edgar does have some good points about needing a player creating, but I do think Rodrigo is more than enough. And again, the goal is to win a Champions League trophy, and I think Rodrigo is perfect for that. So yeah, Edgar, I'm gonna have to say no to your suggestion this time.
I can't believe this. My managers don't back me, man. They don't back me.
I've got to say, Edgar says a whole lot of rubbish.
Right, boys, it seems like we're staying with Rodrigo. You know what? It's not as bad, but I really thought that Ryan Cherky could help us win that Champions League. Maybe we still will.
Okay, guys, to kick off the objectives, I'm going first. Mine was to sign a 4-star weak-footed player. And we did just that with Rodrigo. He has 4 stars. That's why we signed him. I said he basically has. If I did not complete that, the forfeit was going to be, I know you can't see it because the pen's running out, the least lowest rated signing. The lowest rated of a new signing we made. That would have been Reece James, and that would have been terrible.
And now my secret objective for the season was to sign a player that was under 5'9", and thankfully we went ahead to sign Rodrigo, who is exactly 5'9", which means we don't have to do the forfeit of taking minus 50% of the transfer budget next season.
Yeah, that would have been bad, but to be honest, I expect us to do well this year. However, you guys knew something was up because there was no reason for me to bring up Cherky for no reason. I said this to the viewers when I reviewed my objective. It's very easy. There's no way I can screw this up. There's no way I can convince them. I had to sign a left-footed player in a right-sided position, which means I only had 2 options, the right mid and the right back. So I had 2 chances to convince you guys. Rodrigo's right-footed. Reece James is right-footed. Maybe you didn't want to get rid of Rodrigo because he has 4-star weak foot. But if you didn't know, Reece also has 4-star weak foot. So if we would have gotten rid of Rodrigo, you still would have had your objective. But Jacqueline would have had his. And I don't know whose forfeit's the worst, but mine's pretty bad. Because now, because you guys refuse to back me, we have to sell a player from our starting 11. And we cannot sign anybody to replace him.
You have suggested someone more plausible than Elise. You knew he'd cost a ton of money.
There was no other options. It was Elise, it was Goulet, which also was expensive, and Cherky. Those were our only 3 options. I thought with at least say his overall rating and how world-class he is, you guys would be convinced, man. All right, so the wheel is going to decide who we have to sell, and we cannot sign anybody to replace him. Please don't be Rodrigo, because we have no other right mids in the side, and it's going to be Bremer.
Oh, no. You know what? Actually, that could have been a lot worse.
Worse? Who do we have as a backup center back? I know we have Lenny Euro.
Lenny Euro, he's pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, it could have been a lot worse. We do have Lenny Euro, who I think will do a good job of backing him up.
And there we go, boys. Bremer is now joining the trash side Chelsea. Guys, you guys should have just listened to me. We could have gotten Ryan Cherky, man. So that means Lenny Euro is now our starting right center back. He's pretty decent, but is he good enough to take us to the UCL final? So we're now in the end of season 3, and I can't lie, our team looks incredible. We have 3 players over on 90 overall, and Schlotterbeck, Tielemans, which is surprising, and our GOAT striker, Victor Osimhen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this side is solid. Shame Euro lost a bit of potential because his playing time, but still, that's a solid defense with 90 Schlotterbeck. He really has slot in at the back.
But yeah, it looks like all our attackers did improve quite a bit this season. Even looking at the left back, Alphonso Davies, he went up by a few ratings. So I'm excited to see how this United team performed this season.
And in terms of performance, our best player easily was Victor Osimhen. 38 goals in 62 games. That's basically a goal in every 2 games.
My signing Rodrigo did pretty good. 20 goals, 3 assists. Better than Cherky would have done.
And in the left mid position, Cunha cooked this season, getting 18 goals and 18 assists, with Bruno Fernandes also getting 18 goals and 14 assists this time, despite playing 44 games.
Maybe we didn't miss Bremer as much as I thought we would. And oh wow, in terms of the Prem, we won it again with 106 points. Only 2 losses and 1 draw.
It's insane. 91 points for City. That's enough to win a title, but we've blown this one out the water.
And even though we lost Bremer, it looks like we still had the best defense in the league, and our goal scoring was on point as well, getting 105 goals this season.
But yes, we have finally won the Community Shield, but Liverpool end up winning the entire FA Cup, and we somehow beat Man City on penalties 12-11. Man, these 2 keepers must have sucked.
And when looking at the league phase of the Champions League, Manchester United came in first place, winning 7 games and only getting 1 draw in the entire competition, conceded just 2 as well, so the defense is looking really solid.
And a 16-5-2 in aggregate against Atalanta, firing us into the quarterfinal, knocking out Bayern 6-3 on aggregate. And oh wow, we are playing the Kings of the UCL in the semi-final, and we beat them 4-3. That was a close tie. So guys, we are in a final facing Paris Saint-Germain. This is going to be an insane game. Guys, how are we feeling confidence-wise beating this lot?
I mean, in terms of our team's performance, we went undefeated the entire Champions League, only conceded twice in the group stage. But I don't know how good PSG's team really is.
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence in this United team. I mean, we built a really decent squad, so I actually see us getting a good result in this final.
All right, it's now time for the Champions League final. As you can see, we're all going to be playing together. Whoever yellow wants to move to the side. And we will be playing on ultimate difficulty, and our starting 11 is perfect. No injuries, no red cards. All right, the Champions League final has kicked off. Come on, boys. We've gotten this far. Let's win tonight. Bruno Fernandes on the ball, gives it to Osimhen. Lovely pass it to Tielemans. Into Osimhen, through ball. Yes, no.
Ooh,
no,
that was so close.
He was through, man. It falls it to Rodrigo. Plays it back. Let's go. Beautiful build of play. Bruno Fernandes through ball. Osimhen, don't be offside. Don't be offside.
I think
Finish.
he's off.
Oh, it
it's
wasn't
outside
offside
and a save.
Oh, Chevalier. Vitinha into Lewis. Oh, Jacqueline, come on, man. You're getting passed out the ball
Fabian.
right there. Enzo Fernandez.
Oh my goodness.
Days,
They've
man.
scored.
1-0 down in the 18th minute. We've been getting cooked, man. Got in his way, whatever. Tielemans into Victor Osimhen. Looking for the... Oh, he's getting bodied too easily, man. Way too easily there. Oh, nice interception. Locatelli. Bruno Fernandes. Chill, man. You gotta chill. Play it simple.
Time that.
Cunha into Yuri. Yuri Tielemans gives it all the way to Bruno. Look for Locatelli there. Beautiful pass. Locatelli's 1v1. Can he finish? I'm going to square it.
What? Why are you squaring that?
Oh, I should have shown
That
it,
is
man.
ridiculous.
Oh, my days. Oh, boys,
actually
this is
wants
bad.
to sell this
I
final.
screwed up so bad. I'm on this back with Locatelli.
You
He's going to
kidding
redeem
me?
himself. Great tackle, Locatelli. No.
I'm still baffled by that, bro.
Cunha. Come on, Cunha. Cunha, Bruno. Through ball. Lovely to Tielemans. Give that to Osimhen. Lovely
Come on,
ball.
that's beautiful.
1v1. Osimhen finish.
Osimhen!
Yes,
Let's
what
go.
a
Come on. Let's
You
go.
guys saved me there. You
What
guys
a
saved me
finish.
there. Oh my
Osimhen
days.
with the finish.
Moskovica.
Oh, Lord, that
Vitinha.
was way
No,
too easy.
Vitinha's a problem. Vitinha's a problem. Uh-oh.
No, we
My
blocked
dude,
all
what is
his
this pass?
options there.
What a tiki-taka football, bro? What's going on? Locatelli, great
Nice.
tackle. Come on, counter-attack, boys. Let's not screw this over. Bruno
Bruno made
Fernandes
that
is
run.
running out wide. Lovely ball. Waiting for somebody to run. Bruno Fernandes through ball into Rodrigo. 1v1. Finish. Let's go.
Go! Come on! 2-1,
That's the chemistry
baby.
we need,
Let's
boys.
go!
2-1. Let's go. All right, second half, 2-1 up. Let's score another. Here come Enzo Fernandez. Please, let's get this ball off him. Great tackle, Lenny
Nice
Euro.
tackle.
Let's go on this counter. Lenny Euro, do not mess this up. Yo, you're Lenny Euro. Why are you attempting a world-class pass? You think he can't
Yo,
pass?
I tried passing that to Cunha, bro.
Oh, my
Yeah,
Lenny,
whatever, man.
Lenny Yo-Yo.
Thanks, man.
What was that?
Put the prize in the bag, man. What is that joke? Alfonso Davies, great ball into Cunha on this counter-attack. Can we create a perfect chance here? All the way into Rodrigo. Oh,
come on.
2v1. Finish this, square it.
Osimhen!
Let's go. Oh.
Let's go.
You're
baby.
getting destroyed, man.
Imagine
Beautiful
if I
ball
shot
by
that.
Cunha.
Would have been a
Square
goal
it
anyway.
From Rodrigo to Osimhen. Goes in, man. Oh, that's a great ball. That's a great ball. Kivicha. Somebody stop him. We know he's a problem. Clear it.
Oh, wow.
Lucky
What a
TK.
save.
Oh,
What
Courtois.
a save.
That's our keeper, man. That's our keeper. Yo, hey, who's skilling with Lenny Euro in the back? I need to know.
That's crazy, Jacqueline.
Nico Schlotterbeck. Oh, lovely turn. Lovely turn. Mateus Cunha. Let's get the ball up the pitch. Horrible pass. My teammates just can't pass.
Why are
Man.
the passes going to the wrong people?
The person who's doing the passes just doesn't know how to pass. Suppose it, two Desiree do it. Oh, my days,
oh
boys.
my goodness, are you
that
kidding
is
me?
That's
Guys, it's
insane.
3-2. Guys, we need to score another one. We cannot let them come back. We just can't.
Why does he have no thighs?
I don't know, bro. Oh, who's skilling?
my
Who is
goodness.
skilling, bro? Who's throwing? I need to know. That has to be Henry. I know it's Henry.
Bro, we've played 2 games, you still don't know the colors.
No, I keep forgetting. Oh, I paused it to Hugo Ekitike. Guys. What's going on? Enzo
No.
Ekitike.
No! Are you kidding me?
How?
Who's skilling in their own half?
Dude, that was you, Henry. Oh my days,
It was
man.
not. I blew.
Oh,
I scored the
Jacqueline,
first
why
2
are you
goals.
skilling, man? Tackle, let's go on this counter attack. Rodrigo. Give it into Bruno. Bruno's in the middle. Bruno.
Osimhen.
Okay, I'm holding the line. Give it to Bruno. Yeah. Lovely.
Oh,
Bruno
God.
Fernandes, the captain.
Let's go. Come on, 4-3, baby.
4-3.
Bruno. He came from Sporting like Cristiano. Come on. Okay, Osimhen, whoever's controlling him needs to make a perfect run here. I'm just going to keep running.
I'm offside, I'm offside,
Keep running. Pulling it back.
Laid off.
Making the pass.
Yeah, through ball. Okay, it falls
Go
into
on,
Cunha.
Cunha.
Yes, let's go.
5-3.
Come on. That's
It
the
has to be
Champions
over.
League. 1-2. Oh,
Uh-oh.
horrible pass.
1-2 with
Ozzy
the other
can't
team or
pass,
what?
man.
Vitinha. Oh, they're scoring that.
Yo, the amount of
Guys.
goals that are going in this final is crazy.
Guys, 2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes. Who's on the ball? Let's pass the ball. Let's pass it around the pitch. No wasting time. What are we?
Wait, pass the
Arteta.
ball.
Pass
We're
the
winning
ball.
this game. No, we're not.
Yeah,
Pat-
but we want to
we're
entertain.
holding
We want
this
to
ball.
entertain.
No,
we're
we want
Man
to win
United.
this.
No. We're United. We entertain to the 90th
We're the
minute.
famous Man United, and we've scored 5 goals in the Champions League finals. Sit
Yeah, we're
down.
gonna score another one.
Hold on,
Through
bro.
ball,
Look at
through
Bruno
ball,
Fernandes,
Through ball.
man.
Through ball. Lovely.
Come
Into
on,
Victor
Osimhen. Finish it off, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go.
6-4.
Come on.
Let's go. And you wanted to hold it around the back. We have won the Champions League.
We've seen it all. We've won the lot. We're Man United, and we're never gonna stop. Come on. Bruno Fernandes. Let's go.
We have won the
That's what I'm
Champions
talking
League.
about. Let's go.
Oh my days, man. And if you guys enjoyed the video, click on the screen to watch Henry and Jacqueline's videos as soon as they're out.